Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So I decided that I am going to go straight on from Scythe and read Thunderhead. I'm absolutely buzzing to get started on this. I need to know what happens next. I need to know what's going on with Rowan, what's going on with Citra, so I need to read it. And I decided I vlogged the first book. I kind of have to go ahead now and vlog the other two as well, so that's what I'm going to do. So it's just going to be a little reading vlog of me reading Thunderhead and my thoughts as I go along. Hopefully I love it just as much as I loved Scythe, which, you know, if you've watched my last vlog, I adored. This one is a bit heftier. It is 515 or something, so it's not quite 100 pages more, but it's more. So yeah, I've absolutely no idea what happens in this book. I don't know where things are going to go. I have not been spoiled for this series at all, so I am so excited to get started. But yeah, just now I'm just going to get comfy and cozy and get started on this book. Hi friends, so I've just reached the 100 page mark of Thunderhead. I am really enjoying it so far. It's just as gripping as the first one. Obviously, like most sort of like dystopian trilogies, the second book is when everything sort of was blown to shit at the end of the first book, and now it's like what the aftermath of that and what the main characters are trying to do about the injustice in this world. What I'm really enjoying about this is that basically the Thunderhead, if you haven't read the book, is what governs the society in this world. And it's basically like an accumulation of all human knowledge. So almost like a technology, but it's like a sentient being as well, but just it's like pictured as like a cloud. It's not got any like physical form, if that makes sense. But basically in this book we are getting the thoughts of the Thunderhead at the beginning of each chapter, like just a little paragraph or a page from the Thunderhead saying how it feels about what's going on and its ideas about justice and what's happening within the Scythedom and what's happening within normal humanity. And I'm just finding that really interesting because the Thunderhead is supposed to be obviously the most intelligent, just, moral being. So to see its thoughts looking on what's happening is really interesting. I'm also really enjoying the paths that the two main characters, Citra and Rowan, are taking at the moment, because they're taking very different paths, but both right in my opinion. One of them can be seen as very flawed. Well, they could both be argued to be very flawed, to be honest, but I think what is interesting about them is that they're very different, but they're both working for what they think is right and what they think is just. But yeah, so I'm 100 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping that I can fly through this book for the next few days, hopefully, and then go on to the third one and get through the whole series. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself because I'm only 100 pages in. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading now and I'll get back to you with some more thoughts later.
I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. 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 'Cause I don't keep I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. 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 'Cause I don't keep
Friends, so I'm just back from a lovely little walk with my little doggy and my mum. It was a lot more muddy than I expected it to be. I was not dressed appropriately, as you will have seen, and little Bobo got absolutely covered in mud, so we had to give her a little bath when we got back, but she is nice and cosy downstairs now and very clean. Last night after I last spoke to you, I actually ended up staying up and reading another 100 pages of Thunderhead, so I'm now on page, well, 202. So I'm still really enjoying it. I often really enjoy the second book in dystopian novels just because the first one's very much sort of like set up, getting to know the world, getting to know the characters a bit, sort of looking at what's wrong with this like so-called perfect world, and then the second one, it all gets blown apart and you go further into like the darker side and what's really wrong with the world and what can be done to sort of try and save it, if anything. I just find it really interesting. We've been introduced to a few new characters which are really good. We are getting to know the unsavouries, which is basically this sort of like faction of society that have been allowed to sort of commit crimes. So the Thunderhead had to allow some sort of crime because after it sort of eradicated crime, it realised it needed some. So it allows this little faction of society to commit some sort of crimes, but they're not like serious, they're like little ones. And they're called the Unsavouries. So we're getting to know more about them and their little area in society and what goes on there. And I feel like there's like more to come with that, like more revelations about things they might know or things they might be involved in, which I'm very excited about. Also find it very interesting how obviously the Thunderhead sort of like governs the society in this world, but has no power over the Scythedom. So like Scythe and State are completely separate. So Thunderhead can see everything, sees everything that's going on, knows what is bad within the Scythedom but can't do anything about it. But it's interesting to see how the Thunderhead kind of tries to like manipulate things and still kind of do what it can within the parameters of its rules, because it can't break the rules. It just can't do that because it just can't. But yeah, I'm not explaining this very well, but I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read it. But basically it's really interesting. So yeah, I'm not quite halfway through yet, but I'm gonna sit down now, get cozy again and do some more reading. Hopefully past the halfway mark today. It is now like, oh, it's like past 5 o'clock, so I'm definitely not going to finish it today. I had grand dreams of finishing it today, but I'm starting far too late, so I won't finish it today, but hopefully get a good chunk read, and I will get back to you when I have more thoughts. Guys, I just read what I think is a massive spoiler. So there was a character whose name I recognised, and I was trying to remember, do I recognise that name from this book, or was she in the previous book, or am I just making this up? So I googled her name and her name only, and one of the first things that came up was something about another character which I did not know. Now, I exited that page as quickly as I possibly could. I got out of there fast. So I could have misread it. I didn't read it properly. I read the character's name and a little bit, and then I was like, no, 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 and like got rid of it. But if it said what I think it said, it's big, and it's not something I would have seen coming. Anyway, I'm gonna go read more, hopefully, and I'm gonna stay off of my stupid phone until I finish this book. Well, not completely, I'm gonna go on Twitter and stuff, but I'm not gonna Google anything else about this series until I finished it, because I don't know why I do this myself. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh my god. So I've just finished part 4 of Thunderhead, and what? I mean, people told me that it got crazy, but that was something else. Like I did not, So the thing that I said that I was spoiled on, that I read about, it was very mildly spoiled because there was so much more to it that was still absolutely shocking. So we're all good, but it's fine. I mean, I'm not fine. I'm a little bit in shock, but Jesus, this guy knows how to write. If you've read it, you'll know what happens at the end of part 4, and you'll understand why I am absolutely shooketh right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go and try and read more now. literally just spent my day today reading. As you'll have seen, I went to Costa, got myself a wee comfy seat and an iced latte and sat there for a good couple of hours and just read. And it's my happy place. It's one of my favourite places to read. I love to just go get a wee iced latte, get comfy in a coffee shop and just read. I get into my own little zone. Not one of those people who is really like put off by conversations around me or anything like that. I can't read in a room where like a TV's on or there's like one like really prominent voice, because I'll just hear that. But if I'm in like a hubbub of noise, then it's fine. I can just sort of like tune out. So yeah, I just got myself comfy and I read a good chunk. So I have just finished part 5 of Thunderhead. I'm on to what I believe must be the last part. I'm on part 6 and I've got about 102 pages left. So basically 100 pages left of the book. And this book is wild. Like, if you want a fast-paced, exciting, thrilling, twisty, turny, fantasy, dystopian series, then Arc of a Scythe is a series for you. I cannot believe it's taken me so long to get around to these books, because they're definitely going to be a favourite series. Unless something goes drastically wrong in the next 100 pages and book, then they're definitely going to be a favourite of mine, and I will 100% be rereading them because it's quite an experience. But yeah, obviously I'm absolutely loving it. I just think it is so damn interesting, as I've said already. All these twists and turns, amazing character development. I'm just so invested in the story. And I don't actually know if Neil Shusterman has written anything else other than this series, but if he has, I'm going to find out and I'm going to read them because his writing is wonderful. So yeah, I'm just going to get comfy now and I am hopefully just going to sit and finish this book in one go. So yeah, right guys, I'm done. Done as in I've finished the book, and done as in my brain can't cope anymore. Those last 100 pages were insane. So much happened, so much that you would never have thought of. That I just can't get over these books. Like, it's just constant twists and turns, and it's constant stuff that makes sense but that you would never see come in. It's just such good writing. I love it so much. Like, amazing. 5 stars once again. I just love it. Like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it, as I've said before, but you need to read these books. They are so good. They are so packed full of adventure, thrill. They're so fast paced, but then they've also got these really good points about humanity and how corrupt we are and what we're doing to the planet and what we're doing to each other, but just in a very accessible way because it's so exciting to read. So yeah, I just absolutely loved it. Once again, 5 stars, and I cannot wait to get on to the 3rd book. As I've said, have heard bad things about it. Some people thought that it was a real disappointment compared to the other 2, but then I've also heard other people say that they loved it, so hopefully I will be in the latter bracket and I will love it. But anyway, as always, if you enjoyed this video, do please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more content, comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings, and I will see you in the next one.